Hi everyone. This is Collar Forex, professional trading, and the pursuit of creating over 1,000 profitable traders by the end of 2021. So guys, I'm back with a new video, and in this video, I will be talking about an EMA strategy that I use. And I just want to show you guys how powerful it is if you guys just follow the rules. And yeah, basically just follow the rules, because basically trading is about following rules. So like I said on my last video, I do use 2 EMAs along with my basic strategy, which is supply and demand. So personally, I don't believe in just trading based on EMAs alone. Like, for example, just taking trades when there's crossovers, and yeah, basically just taking crossovers and just going to trades blindly. That's just how I feel. I feel that there should be a system behind your EMAs or your MAs. So my system is, of course, supply and demand. So with this system, you need to follow a few rules. So the first rule would be price needs to get to a zone first. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2, price needs to break previous structure. That's rule number 2. Rule number 3, price needs to then cross the EMAs with a strong move and start moving above the EMAs. Fourth rule is you only take an entry at the retest of a zone that was formed by the strong move that broke structure, and also crossed both the EMAs, right? So without confusing you guys any further, let's go to the charts, and basically I'll be explaining a trade that I am currently in, which is in profit. If you can, well, as you can see on the screen, I am in profit. I took the trade based off 4-hour zone. This is the zone that I took. This gray area here is the zone that I took. Like I said, rule number 1, price needs to get to the zone. So price got to a zone here, and when price got to the zone, I scrolled down to the 30-minute chart, and when I got to the 30-minute chart, I waited for price to break structure, and at this horizontal line is where price broke structure. So usually I'd wait for price to come back to this area and test a zone right here, but price didn't do that right here. Like, usually price would come here after this strong impulse move that broke previous structure. Price would come here, and after price gets here, there would be a zone that is formed here, and then I'd take my trade from there. Well, since that didn't happen, I just let price go, and I didn't have FOMO of not taking a trade. That's one of the other things that you guys need to stop. You need to be careful of, like, having fear of missing out on trades. Just let price give you another zone, and this is what price did. It gave me a zone here, which was essentially where my higher high and my higher low formed. So this is a zone, but it's much clearer on the H1. So I took the demand zone right here, and yeah, price shot up, and well, I entered a little late, but yeah, this was just a test of a zone and I entered there. The reason I didn't enter anywhere in between the impulse move that broke price structure is because I I need a reason to take a trade. So I'd wait for a zone to form before I actually take a trade. So that is the reason I didn't just enter anywhere here between this strong up move. I waited for the price to form a zone here and then I took the test there. Another reason is because then I would have a reference for a stop loss. Unlike if I just entered somewhere here, for example, if I entered somewhere here, then where exactly would my stop loss be? You understand? And then you end up guessing and playing the guessing game. And yeah, eventually you just get burned. So rather wait for price to put in a higher low and a higher high, and then just wait for a zone to form, a demand zone to form, and then you take that going up. So yeah, that is basically how this strategy works. You wait for price to get to a zone. This was the zone that price got to, this gray area here, and then I just scroll down to a lower time frame. So with this strategy also, you need 3 time frames. You need to work with 3 time frames. So since the zone was on the 4 hour, I had to scroll down to the 30-minute chart. You need to go down 2 time frames lower to spot this pattern. So like I said, after price gets to a zone, you need to wait for this pattern to form. Then you wait for the crosses, and then wait for a test of a zone. And if you don't get a test of a zone, you simply wait for price to put in a higher high and a higher low, and then that is where you find a fresh demand zone that you can then take, and then you just put in your order and then just let price run. So my target will be at preferably at this zone right here, because that was the beginning of this particular impulse move on the higher time frame. This move here, we are testing this move here, so I'll be just targeting that supply zone up there. If not, I'll just target this zone right here, and I'll just be trailing my stop till we get to that zone at the very top. But in case we don't get there, I'll just take my take profit there. So what I want to show you guys now is basically how this strategy, where other zones where essentially what I just showed you happened. Let's just go to the daily, right? Matter of fact, let's go to the monthly. I think I mentioned this to you guys on the last video, right? So like I said, price had been going, I'm coming down, steadily coming down, right? Making lower highs, low highs. And sorry about that. Price made its last lower high right here at this small gray box, right? So what do you guys notice? After that, price shot up right there, taking out the previous lower highs and lower lows. And then what happened? Price formed a zone at the very bottom, which is the zone that got tested right here, and then price went up again. So essentially this pattern appears on any time frame. Price just needs to get to a zone first, and then this is where you'll be spotting this kind of trade. Okay, let me just check something. Let's try this with a supply zone. So this is a supply zone that price reacted to. Right, like I said, you need 3 time frames. So now that we're looking at the monthly, I'm going to quickly scroll down to the daily and then just look for where price okay, so there's that zone, right? There is the move that took out all the other previous structures. That is the move, and then that is where the move was tested. It was tested by this wick right here, and then we just took it going down, and it just kept going down. Let's look for another example. Again, on the monthly, this is a zone that price tested. Let's go to the daily, just find that quickly. Hopefully it's not too far, but I think it's a bit too far. Okay, let's just I think let's just go to the daily and just find examples over there. So guys, this pattern is actually quite powerful. I believe it is what shows us where the banks and the institutions, or whatever you might call them, it shows us where they want price to go. So I'm just looking for an example to show you guys. It seems I'm having some trouble doing that. Just zoom in on that. So remember I told you guys about oh yeah, okay. So yeah, let's go to the weekly. Actually, this was one of the trades I took on the weekly based on the monthly. So as you can see here, we tested a supply zone. This is a recent trade. As much as I am in a buy, price did test a supply zone here, and the buy is just a counter. It's a counter trade, counter trend trade. But if you want to take those, you need to be very sure of what you're doing. So I went to the daily as soon as this, I went to, yes, to the daily as soon as that happened. And this is the zone, and this is the test of the zone, right? Price was going up, as you can see here, and got to a zone, right? As soon as price gets to a zone, what do you wait for? You wait for price to take out all the previous higher lows and higher highs in the case of an uptrend, and all the lower lows and lower highs in the case of a downtrend. And then you will also wait for it to cross the MAs, and then you take the move down. So as you guys can see here, this was the move that crossed the MAs and took out all these previous structure moves, which are the higher lows and higher highs. Right, and then from there, I just wait for price to test that move that took out previous structure, and the test was right here where the arrow is pointing. And then from there, price went down. So what you guys need to be aware of is that it won't always be the case where price will test, for example, the very top of the supply zone. Sometimes price will just test the lower supply zone that was formed and then go down. So back to the trade that I actually took. So like I said, guys, I'll be exiting most probably right here. So I'll wait for price to get here, and then I'll be taking my trades down. But again, I'll wait for what? For my 4 rules to happen, which is price getting to a zone. 2, I'll wait for the impulse move, which is a strong move breaking previous structure. Then I wait for the MA cross, and then lastly I wait for a zone to form, and then I'll test that zone formed by the impulse move that took out the price structure. Sorry about that. So yeah, guys, this is quite a powerful EMA strategy. And if you guys have any questions about it, you can hit me up on my WhatsApp and my Telegram. I do offer mentorship and signals. You can join my free signals group on Telegram. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was helpful. And yeah, please subscribe to my channel. Leave comments. And hit that like button if this content has helped you trading in any way. From me, White Collar Forex, professional trading. I hope this was helpful, and this is to us creating profitable traders 1 pip at a time. I'm out.